Oh.
Come. Back again, are we?
No.
Come this way, good man. The inspector has
We're on the level.
to ask you. Here is the man, Inspector.
Congratulations, Humphreys. So, my lad, one would say that you owe us a bit of an explanation.
I mean, do you not
for having
recognize?
left something with us. What is your full name and
Our disguise is not that
Sherlock
good. Come on.
Holmes, consulting detective.
Well, how about that?
Mr. Holmes, can you explain this
Gasp.
get-up, your presence in the neighbourhood despite my instructions, as well as this most opportune restitution of jewels?
Firstly, I should tell you that not being under your command, I never understood what you said as an order.
Yeah, technically,
rather as
yes.
advice.
You can't
I
order
thought it would
them.
be wise to follow them to a certain extent. I intended to explain the stolen goods sooner or later.
Yeah, you maybe should have
My
left a little
presence
note
here
with
will
that,
allow
Holmes.
me
That seems like
to
a bad
draw on
idea.
few conclusions that
If it is in regard to the Whitechapel murders, it won't help us much. We have no doubt that we will be revealing the identity of the murderer to the
you
people
really
in the
won't.
area in a day or two.
I'm impressed, Inspector, and I offer you my sincerest congratulations.
Yeah, you should really
Nonetheless,
check
you
in
should
on this
investigate
doctor.
A certain doctor.
Listen, Holmes, let us
Like,
do our work.
Tumblety.
You've rid us of a great pain in the rear end by finding those jewels for
God.
us. It's weeks of work that you've saved us.
You're gonna let this guy off the hook.
But I think you're a little underqualified for a case like that of Jack the Ripper. It's
Ah.
over. I demand
So
that
the
you do
name
not set foot in the area.
spills.
Is that clear?
I take note of your advice, Inspector. You mentioned Jack the Ripper. Pardon me, but you know the name of the murderer?
Oh, it's from a letter that the Central News Agency sent our way.
Oh,
It
but
was written by the
this.
killer.
I guess this game
even
is
if it can't be
putting forward
proven,
that
it
the
must be
news
recognised
agency
that the
came up with the
signature
name
is striking.
themselves.
This information is confidential, and I would ask you to keep it to yourself, Holmes.
Can I have a little look? Out of mere curiosity, Inspector. Then I shall disappear.
Oh, this is an interesting like twist on
that
the Jack
case-
the Ripper narrative.
I don't see any objection.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
All right. All right. So 25th of September, 1888. Share patron, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have laughed when they look so clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about leather apron gave me real fits. I'm down on whores and I shan't quit ripping them till I do get buckled. Grand work the last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and want to start again. So this is actually the real Jack the Ripper letter. I love my work and I want to start again. You will soon hear of me, with my funny little games. I saved some of the proper red stuff in a ginger beer bottle over the last job to write with, but it went thick like glue and I can't use it. Red ink is fit enough, I hope. Ha ha. The next job I do, I shall clip the lady's ears off and send to the police officers just for jolly, wouldn't you? Keep this letter back till I do a bit more work, then give it out straight. My knife's so nice and sharp, I want to get to work right away if I get a chance. Good luck, yours truly, Jack the Ripper. Don't mind me giving the trade name. P.S. Wasn't good enough to post this before I got all the red ink off my hands. Curse it, no luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha. So this is the real Jack the Ripper letter, like not maybe in design, but in the words. That is what he wrote. I mean, this game is
Me? Not up to
hypothesizing.
discovering who Jack the Ripper is? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we, Inspector Aberline? I know who wrote the dear
Yep.
boss letter signed Jack the Ripper that Inspector Aberline gave me, and above all, I now know why.
So yeah, this game is
Bullen was inspired
hypothesizing
by this
that
fantastical character to build
this
a myth
journalist
out of a
made up
Whitechapel
Jack
killer.
the Ripper.
Perhaps he would be receptive if I shared my discovery about him and prevent him from accusing Squippy. I must find him at once. My best bet would be to
Yes,
try
the
my
wasp's
luck at
nest.
the pub.
Yeah, so it seems like the game is putting forward that Bulling made up Jack the Ripper, like the name Jack the Ripper, to sensationalize the murderer further so that they could sell more papers and all that stuff. You know, he was inspired by Spring-Heeled Jack, so like, you know, following the logic, you know. What is it here? Yeah, he's like coming up with these names as a, you know, Spring-Heeled Jack, the Phantom Killer, the Butcher's Blade, the London Ripper. So then he comes up with Jack the Ripper, based on his like fascination with Spring-Heeled Jack, which was a huge boost for, hey, Watson!
Holmes, I got your message.
Okay,
and
this is
here
a
I am.
neat twist on the Jack the Ripper tale that, you know, no one was actually onto it because this one journalist muddied the water so much.
Perfect, Watson.
And I would hesitate to call him a
That
journalist
proves
because
that
that's
he
bad
has
journalism.
evil intentions, and he may be hiding here. I will try to get more information.
He's more just an
inside.
opportunist.
You, Watson, will be our lookout, and at the slightest suspicious sound, do not hesitate to call the constable on his rounds.
All right, let's confront this guy. Hey, Bulling. How's it going,
Good
buddy?
evening, Mr. Bulling.
We know each other?
No, however,
Well,
I have
I know
some
of you.
information that may be of interest to you.
Talk, my friend. A pint for you if what you say is worth something. Does it have to do with the Whitechapel murders?
In a way.
Indeed, I know the identity of the man who wrote a letter to the police, a letter entitled Dear Boss, in which the author claims to be the Whitechapel murderer and is signed Jack the Ripper.
What?
It's a journalist who is inspired by Spring-Heeled Jack in order to strengthen the credibility and
Wow, we're just
seriousness of
laying
the
all our
agency.
cards on the table right
This new
away.
Jack will give him some first-hand information that he, in turn, will dole out sparingly to the authorities, as well as some careful
Damn, we're just like fully
papers will come to bed
just,
of him.
you know, throwing
He
down the
plays both
gauntlet.
sides off against one another and becomes the chief orchestrator of the rumor. He wrote this letter in this very spot, and he has red ink on his fingers.
Oh, man.
Like you.
What
Holmes not
exactly
sparing a
are you
blow.
after, friend?
You've been threatening a certain Squibby to distribute a telegram naming him as a possible suspect in these murders in revenge for an old feud. I would suggest you
Yeah.
take this note and that you
Why don't you
leave
drop the
Squibby
whole
alone.
thing? How about that?
I'd forgotten about the existence of that rapscallion. I threw that at him when I was visiting the station to get the dope. You should have seen his face.
You must also stop
Man, you're a
sending
real
letters
asshole.
that waste the authorities' precious time.
Right, well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
great relationship with the Bobbies. Just ask around. I don't have to answer to nobody. Now leave me alone.
All right, well, goodbye.
Farewell, sir.
Good riddance.
So I guess that solves that then, right? Is there anything else in here that we need to do? I don't think so, right? No, I think we're good. Okay.
Let's hurry to the police station, Watson.
Yes.
We are close to our goal. Squibby will be able to reveal what he knows about
Yes,
Tumblety.
because Tumblety seems like the real
Squibby,
Jack the Killer.
so that's it. You're a free man again. We were just coming to the station to find you.
Yeah, the Bobbies agreed to let me go, and I came to see Bluto before ferreting you out. So, you've seen the newspaper,
Yes,
man?
we have. We've taken care
Yes,
of that.
he is in the pub and everything is taken care of, but I'm waiting to hear what you have to say about
Yes.
Dr. Tumblety.
Okay, but we have to be quick. One night, I goes to see Bluto
Okay.
in his hideout that ain't far from the boarding house where this Tumblety bloke has a room.
Right,
I
the
see him
mysterious
coming in
guest,
too.
tenant.
He must have been on one real binge. To the point, the Tumblety fella was there, and he smiles at me, all nice like. He tells me he's a great Yankee doctor, but my business
Oh.
interests him.
Does it?
I'm interested, I tell him, but I'm not the type to just jump right
Okay.
in without getting to know a person, see? He invites me around to his room to talk business, just him and me.
All
We empty a
right.
bottle or two, and all of a sudden, like, he wants to show me what he's got
Oh,
in
no.
this big trunk that he always carts around places.
Oh no.
I just about vomited, see? In these jars, just like pickles, you know, there were
They're
pieces
not
of
just meat.
meat. And he whispers that it's the lady bits of some old
Oh
dame.
shit.
He called them peckybins. I call them love killers, I would. Yeah.
All right.
After
So
that, he
I think
started
we
to go
found
on
our
about
guy.
this folk. They ain't nothing but dogs, and I won't tell you the worst of it. Then he comes all close to me and puts his sweaty hand
Oh.
on my leg. He was one of them types, not me. I don't wait a second before I give him a good thrashing, and I start.
Well, it's good that
running
you
and
got
I
out of
go,
there.
And he still wants to see me again, just to talk business. But then I had to do time.
Oh,
So
this,
business.
you know, this
know where he
might
can
be
be
the
found?
guy murdering
What,
women
in
around
his
Whitechapel.
Maybe you got to like it life behind bars too. I heard that in some
Hmm.
jobs there's a way to.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
information,
yeah.
and we'll meet again, my friend. Here is the sum I promised to get you out of London.
Ciao, fella.
Yeah.
I've just
Do
got
not
a
come
little
back.
score to settle with Bluto, and I'm heading for the country.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. All right, so we need to head back to the boarding house. What's going on here? Oh, I don't like the look of any of this.
Lipsky!
Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, no, there was a woman back there.
My dear Watson, we must strike while the iron is hot.
Oh, no.
We have avoided meeting Dr. Tumblety until now. The time has come to do so.
Do you have an opinion, Holmes?
We must assure ourselves that the
Yes.
factor collector of female organs and a murderer who removes said organs are resident in the same area at the same time is nothing more than coincidence.
Yeah, because it theoretically could be a coincidence, but it would be the
I thought
hell
that
of
you wouldn't
coincidences.
Bring me back your keys. It's you, Mr. Holmes. Good evening, Dr. Watson.
How's it going, sir?
Indeed, it is I again. One of your tenants left without returning his keys.
Oh, is it Tumblety?
Yes, it's Dr.
God
Tumblety
damn it,
who
we missed
spoke
him by a
about.
hair.
Shortly after your last visit here, some constables came and asked me a few questions regarding him. Barely had they left, and the doctor came barreling around a street corner and rushed up into his room
God
upstairs.
damn it.
A little while afterwards,
Oh, we
while
were
I
so
was
close.
tidying, I heard a thud in his room and a rush down the stairs. He left with most of his bags, but without returning his keys. You can go up and see if you wish.
Okay.
The door is still open.
All right, then. Thanks, Finley.
Careful, Watson. Do not walk around here until I've inspected these marks.
Okay.
I know, Holmes, I know.
Yeah.
I understand your methods.
All right, anything else around here?
I'm missing some information.
Missing some what? Information. Oh, I see.
Ah, you have your rule
Ah.
and magnifying glass. I thought that you had forgotten them, Holmes.
I
He never
forget
forgets
the
them.
essentials, my dear Watson.
All right, so what kind of shoe prints do we
Right
have
foot,
here?
light trails. The man was running. Right foot, light trails. The man was running.
Anything distinctive about
Right
the
foot,
tread?
light trails.
No.
The man was running.
All right, so we can measure the shoe, right?
Size 13.
Big shoes.
Right foot, light trails.
Anything else
This
about
isn't
this?
water.
Ah,
Going by its sticky texture and odor.
More
I'd say we're
formalin.
dealing with formalin.
More
These are
preserving
the
fluid.
footprints of a tall man who had recently stepped in formalin and who left this room in a hurry.
Well, can I walk on it and enter the room now, Holmes?
Yes, you may. All right, what do we have? Oh, God, this is the trunk, isn't it? Okay. All right, let's investigate.
There are a few pieces of a large glass jar in this puddle. The man who left the footprints on the ground must have walked in it while fleeing.
Okay. Dear Francis, it is impossible for us to meet. Is it impossible for us to meet again? Am I feeling terrible, as pursuing our relationship further would put both my marriage and my reputation in danger? Must return to that life of love, fleeting and physical, in which a few coins to these young men assures corporeal peace and anonymity. These growing feelings that I have for you make me scared, and I would prefer to shun these passions for the fear that it may never leave me. Perhaps we shall cross paths again one day in a discreet location where like-minded men meet. I know that you frequent them regularly. You never hide yourself. For my part, I will spend more time with my wife and girls in order to find the serenity, and I hope to throw the veil of oblivion over my passion embraces. All the best, Charles. So, Dr. Tumblety, Francis Tumblety, is... Oh, maybe not? Hard to tell. I think... Oh, interesting. Okay. Another letter found at Tumblety's. My dear Francis, it is in putting aside our common past, and thus as a friend, that I am sending you these words. I have learned from some mutual friends of your recent trouble with the law. You should be more careful. England has nothing in common with the Wild West, but her seedy areas can be just as dangerous. Your attraction to young roads will cost you dearly one of these days, whether it be at the end of an alley or on the benches of a jury. A man of your quality and fortune does not have to frequent the hovels and bring his pistol with him everywhere. It is not necessary to use violence to find partners, unless your violence pleases you. Certain circles that we used to frequent are still open to you. Take advantage of this healthy and respectable company rather than demeaning yourself with these destitute lads. And pray, get rid of that god-awful chest. Who knows what the people to whom you show while bragging must think of it? The man you once loved, Henry. So it seems like, unfortunately, Francis was not accepted at the time because it seems like he is gay.
This Dr. Tumblety
Yes.
seems to be attracted to men more than women. That much is clear.
Uh-huh.
So the doctor has a handgun, and he would use it to restrain young men, perhaps.
No, it doesn't seem like he's restraining. It seems like he's just paying them. Like he is concerned that if he tries to pursue a relationship, it'll be more easily
These
found
footprints
out.
are the same as those found in front of the door. These footsteps must be those of Squibby. He must have hit Tumblety, who dropped one of his jars.
And he ran out. Elementary, Holmes.
Perfect, Watson.
Okay. Anything else around here? So maybe Tumblety is a completely red herring. Like maybe he is not Jack the Ripper. Do not understand how you found yourself in the situation. Or maybe it's there's a bit of cut off at the top. Your passionate discussions on the legitimacy of this war should have convinced more than one. I still remember when you imitated him during that meeting. You struck that very characteristic pose and you exclaimed, "Vicksburg is the key. The war can never be brought to a close until that key is in our pocket." We all applauded. I am sure that even Lincoln himself would have applauded. During these dark hours, it was rare to have the occasion to laugh. So many deaths, ending with our much-loved president killed by this coward and left to join those of the victory at Gettysburg, who courageously fell, so the next day the key would be in our pocket. Because, right, he's American, right? Okay.
If this letter is addressed to him, it would appear our doctor is a veteran of the American Civil War.
Yeah.
Vicksburg is the key. Now, that is interesting.
That is interesting. Vicksburg is the key.
Going by its size, this enormous trunk
Yeah.
must be a wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
These brackets are rather unusual. What do you think, Watson?
Oh,
Let's see, Holmes.
jeez.
These are the names of the battles from the American Civil War.
Uh-huh. Vicksburg is the key.
Let's see. 5 latches, each fitted with a 6-number combination system.
Uh-huh. Okay, so... Oh my goodness. What is this code? Huh? Proximate courthouse? What is this puzzle? Hold on. Is there anything else in this environment that can help us with this? This is wild. Like, we know Vicksburg is the key, so do we only have to put in
Going by its
Vicksburg?
size, this enormous trunk must be a wardrobe.
Okay, what do we got here? Appomattox Courthouse. Huh.
I am under the impression that the dates written
Yeah.
correspond to the battles, Holmes, but one is missing.
One is missing. So how would I get that information? Do I have anything else in my documents? Huh. No, I'm not seeing anything there. Vicksburg is the key. Huh, do I just have to know American Civil War dates? Like, where would I get this information? Documents, notes?
Going by its size.
Yeah, this is a weird
enormous
puzzle
trunk
because
must
I
be a
have no
wardrobe.
idea which
I am under
ones
the
belong to
impression that the dates
which.
written correspond to the battles, Holmes, but one is missing.
Huh. So, let's see. There are 5 here and 6 dates. So I guess the question is are they chronological? Like, do I have to start with like 61 up here, 62, 63? There are 2 63s though. Oh. Huh. Interesting. So, this one goes all the way back to 1771.
I am under the impression that the dates written
Interesting.
correspond to the battles, Holmes, but one is missing.
How the hell would I get this information? Oh, hold on. So Gettysburg is mentioned in the notes. Hold on, documents. Okay. Ending with our much-loved president killed by those cowards and left to join those victories at Gettysburg, who courageously fell the next day. The key would be in our pocket. So it was the day after the victory of Gettysburg that the key would be in the pocket. So we know
Going by its size, this enormous trunk must be a
okay,
wardrobe.
so if this is all about the Civil War, we can be certain 1771 is before America was founded. So that can't be it. And okay, so we can cross this date out. And if that's also the case, we can get 1868 out too, right? Huh. Right? Yeah, I think by that logic then, okay, so then we do backwards to four. Like, is this in order? All right, so if that's the case, let's start off with the first one, which is 61. 1, 6. Oh, it's 6 digits. Oh, so is it the last 2 digits here? So then this would be 4. 404. So this would be 1, 2, 1204, 61. But what's this? Like, oh, hold on. So that unlocked the pin. Hold on. Is there more in this note? When you imitated him during the meeting, you struck that character. Vicksburg is the key. Huh. Again, I don't know how I would know some of this information.
This trunk must be a wardrobe.
All right, so 61. The next one would be 62. So 2, 6, 9, 0, 1, and 7. So that should be right there. But who won this? What? I have no. What is the clue here? Yeah, I'm very confused at like what is this telling us? Like, are we supposed to know if some of these flags are fake? Oh, we did get one though. Okay, what is? Okay, so it'll unlock it or it'll relock it. Okay, huh? All right, so Chancellorsville. So is that just the next most recent date? So we have 2 for 63 here, right? So the next one would be 205, right? Assuming it's day, month, year, or year, month, day. It doesn't really matter. Both are less. So the next one would be this. So this would be 3, 6. It's weird that I'm going backwards with it, but okay. So that would be that. But how the hell would I know which one is which? Oh, I have no idea what. Like I am completely guessing with these. Okay. So Gettysburg. So we should know that it's a day after the day after the morrow the key. So it's the next day after this. So if we go in order, then Gettysburg is also 63. Six, 3, and that's 7. 7, 0, and 3. But I have, I mean, this would be, what? I have no idea. I really don't. What flags are here? Yeah, are we like, yeah, this hint is really confusing. What is this? Yeah, is there anything else around here? Can we leave here to like get more information?
I need more information.
No. Is there no other note or anything on... Huh. Yeah, really nothing else about these battles. Like, am I supposed to look at anything in these photos? Yeah, I feel like my knowledge of American Civil War history is
Going by its size,
a little rusty for this
enormous
puzzle.
Trunk must be a wardrobe.
Huh. So is it day, month, year, or year, month, day? So we have to assume that this is day because this is 17, right? So if it's the next day, then this would be 40763, right? Right, so that should be what this is, but I mean, I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Like, am I just supposed to use, like, every... Oh, I got it. Like, every combination? I guess that is just one way to brute force it, right?
Elementary.
Oh, great. Perfect. Whatever. What a weird puzzle. Okay, yeah, these are definitely, human uteruses.
This is dreadful, Holmes. This trunk contains 4 jars in which organs
Oh,
are floating.
God.
Watson, can you tell me at a glance what these organs are?
I would say that they are parts of
Yeah,
female
they're
reproductive organs.
definitely at least
Are these
parts.
specimens fresh?
No, and I am quite certain.
Yeah,
of it.
that
From the
was my
colour and
worry, is that these will all
appearance,
be
I'd say these
very
organs have
oldly
been in these jars
preserved.
for several months, if not years.
But the question is, why is he traveling?
Let's
with
go
them?
to Baker Street.
Sure, Holmes.
Is there someone here?
Yes.
Okay, we can explain.
What's going on, Finley? You seem to be in a panic.
So,
The 2
Vicksburg.
police officers wanted to know if someone suspicious had entered here. The Whitechapel killer has struck again. And if I
Oh.
understood correctly, he killed 2 women in the past
Shit.
few hours.
Where?
I don't know. The police didn't tell me anything.
Quick, Holmes. We must catch up with them.
Certainly not, Watson. Mr. Finley,
Wait,
do you
what?
know if the doctor had any other pieces of luggage up there apart from this trunk?
1 or 2, I
One or
think.
two.
Do you take care of the doctor's
Hmm.
laundry?
My wife does laundry for the tenants once a week. The sheets likewise.
Would
Okay.
you be kind enough to let us know as soon as possible if the doctor shows up again?
Again, I feel like the
Certainly.
doctor still might be a
I'm just
red
worried that he
herring.
won't be back, you see, and I'm annoyed about my keys.
Yeah.
Holmes, I don't follow. The Whitechapel killer is, at this very moment, very close by, and we are just staying put, twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Whitechapel killer has always been nearby. And what will we do? Go back to the scene of the crime or crimes and mix with the onlookers and trample the crime scenes even more? No, our time will come.
What?
Let's return to Baker Street.
Holmes, I don't exactly
Let's go
follow
back
this
to
logic,
Baker
but all right.
Home, sweet home.
Let's go, Holmes. Holmes and Watson back
We were less than
in the
200
cozy
feet away
Baker
from
Street.
the first victim a few minutes before she was murdered. We might even have heard the murderer's voice, and we haven't done a thing for the past week.
You're the one
What is
not
your
doing
game,
anything,
Holmes?
Watson. For my part, I have been working, and as you know, I've made good use of this week by tracking down and verifying all of the solid facts on these
Oh.
2 murders
Okay.
to write up the notes that are on
All
my
right,
desk.
so what do we know
Read them
about...
over
Because
again
that's the
and
thing.
try to gain a
Jack
bit
the
of
Ripper
perspective.
has several murders in the catalog, let's say, is that there might not all be his. All right. Note on the murder of Liz Stride at Dadfield's yard. Certain information that I have collected must be verified. Liz Stride, nickname Long Liz, 45 years old, height 5'5". Occasional prostitute. She lived for the past 3 years in a strong relationship with a certain... in a stormy relationship with a certain kidney, a waterside laborer, 36 of age, whom she left a few days earlier. She charged him with assault, but failed to appear in court, and the case was thrown out. The victim was discovered dead by one Louis Dimeschutz at 1 o'clock in the morning on September 30th. The man's first thought was to verify if his wife in the building next door was still alive before sounding the alarm. The 2 doctors who came at the police request at the scene of the crime in the moments after the discovery of the corpse put the time of death around 12:46. Cause of death: hemorrhage due to a throat injury. The weapon was a small knife with a large blunt edge. Okay, so that's already raising flags, because in the previous cases we know that Jack the Ripper used a large bladed sharp knife. The verification of the statement is necessary. Could this wound have been caused by another tool? Neither the body nor the clothes were damaged, soiled, or disturbed by the killer. Also strange. The right hand was open, stained with blood, and resting on the chest. The left hand was on the ground, partially closed, holding a packet of pastille. The location of the discovery was a courtyard called Datsfield's Yard, whose doors led onto Burner Street in Whitechapel. The victim was found stretched out on the ground a few inches from the wall of one of the buildings served by this courtyard, the International Working Men's Club. This association, composed mainly of Jewish people originally from Russia and Poland, were organizing a conference that night in the subject of why should Jewish people be socialists, presided by Mr. Morris Eagle. The meeting ended around 11:30, but many members remained to debate and sing within the premises of the association. An American present that evening declared to have been in the courtyard at 12:20 and went into the street and didn't see anything unusual. He then returned back inside the club, but his estimation of time spent outside is approximate at best. Two witnesses were quoted by the press: Constable Smith, who was doing his rounds in the area on the night in question, and a Hungarian by the name of Schwartz, who made his statement at the police station accompanied by an interpreter because he does not speak English. The transcription of these statements by the press should be treated with caution. It would be advisable, if at all possible, to consult the exact context. Observe the clothing worn by the victim as well as her possessions at the time of the discovery of the body. Clothing: long black cloth jacket, fur trimmed around the bottom with red rose and white maiden hair fern pinned to it. Black skirt, black crepe bonnet, checked neck scarf knotted on, checked, I'm assuming that means checkered neck scarf knotted on left side. Dark brown velveteen bodice, two light serge petticoats. One white chemi, white stockings, spring-sided boots, two handkerchiefs. One is noticed to have fruit stains on it, a thimble, a piece of wool wound around. Man, people had to wear so many layers of clothes back then. A piece of wool wound around a card. In the pocket in her underskirt, a key, a small piece of lead pencil, 6 large and 1 small button, a comb, a broken piece of comb, a metal spoon, a hook as form of dress, a piece of muslin, 1 or 2 pieces of paper. Okay. Note on the murder of Catherine Eddowes. Catherine Eddowes was 46 years old and she was 5 foot tall, occasional prostitute. She had a regular relationship for 7 years with one John Kelly, a man of no regular employment and about the same age as the victim. The victim was found dead at 1:44 a.m. or on September 30th by P.C. Watkins, who was on his rounds. He secured the area by calling to the watchman of the warehouse located some feet from the crime scene. According to the doctor who arrived on the scene at 2:18 a.m., the victim had just been dead for a half hour. Unlikely, but we know from experience how hard it is to precisely establish the time of death when the corpse has been very mistreated. The cause of death: hemorrhage due to throat wound. The medical examiner also confirmed that additionally the extractions committed on the corpse were done post-mortem by a right-handed man possessing a long-bladed knife. Okay, so this could be Jack the Ripper. Okay. The victim was subject to numerous mutilations. The victim was found stretched out in a dark corner of Mitre Square, notorious meeting spot for prostitutes and their clients because of its remote, poorly lit location. It should be noted that the victim was freed from the Bishopgate Street Police drunk tank at 1 o'clock in the morning. Mitre Square was visited at 1:30 a.m. by P.C. Watkins coming from Mitre Street and at 1:42 a.m. by P.C. Harvey coming from Church Passage. The two police constables didn't see anything suspicious in the area, but it should be noted that P.C. Harvey didn't enter into Mitre Square, unlike P.C. Watkins. The watchman who came to lend a hand to Watkins at the time of the discovery of the body had been awoken during the time of the crime. His door is located a few feet from the spot where the victim was dying and didn't hear anything until the police's call. Firstly, we must note the clothing worn by Catherine Eddowes are very characteristic. I think, in particular, the patterned green chintz skirt, as well as the white men's vest. A few of her possessions, including the thimble, were found around the corpse. The white apron was found on the corpse with a part missing. Thus, the missing part, previously resewn, thus ensuring authenticity, was found at 2:55 a.m. on the night of the murder by PC Alfred Long, who states that the object wasn't there at his preceding patrol at 2:20 a.m. The piece of bloody apron was found in the entrance hall leading to the stairs of 108 to 119 Wentworth model dwellings on Goulston Street. At the right of the entrance, just above the apron, was found the following inscription in chalk: "The Jaws are not the men that will be blamed for nothing." Jewish people. Okay, so the Jewish people are not the men that will be blamed for nothing. The Wentworth model dwellings building being almost exclusively occupied by Israelites and Goulston Street being the site of a very popular, much frequented market, he decided to erase the inscription before the day broke. That's fair. That's like a kind thing to do, but I guess he didn't know that it might have been written by the murderer. Kate Edo's belongings. Wearing at the time of her murder, black straw bonnet trimmed in green and black velvet with black beads. Black strings worn tied to the head, black cloth jacket trimmed around the collar, and cuffs with imitation fur, and around the pockets in the black silk braided fur, large metal buttons. Dark green shin skirt, 3 flounces, brown button on waistband. The skirt is patterned with Michaelmas daisies and golden lilies. A man's white vest, matching buttons down front, brown linsey bodice, black velvet collar with brown buttons down front, gray stuff petticoat with white waistband. Very old green alpaca skirt worn as undergarment. Very old ragged blue skirt with red flounces, light twill lining, worn as undergarment. White callus chemi, pair of men's lace-up boots, mohair laces. Man, this is a lot of detail for what she was wearing. Right boot repaired with red thread. 1 piece of red gauze, silk worn as neckerchief. 1 large white pocket handkerchief. 1 large white cotton handkerchief with red and white bird eye border. 2 unbleached calico pockets. Tape strings. 1 blue stripe bed ticking pocket. Brown ribbed knee stockings darned with white cotton. Possessions: 2 small blue bags, 2 short black clay pipes, 1 tin box containing tea, 1 tin box containing sugar, 1 tin matchbox. Man, she was ready to make tea wherever she went. She had 1 that was empty, 12 pieces of white rag, 1 piece of coarse linen, white, 1 piece of blue and white skirting, maybe? 3 cornered, 1 piece red flannel with pins and needles, 6 pieces soap, 1 small tooth comb, 1 white handle table knife, 1 metal spoon, 1 red leather cigarette case with white and metal fittings, 1 ball hemp, 1 piece of old white apron with repair, several buttons, and a thimble. Mustard tin containing 2 pawn tickets, 1 in the name of Emily Burrow, 52 Whites Row, dated August 31st, 9D for a man's flannel shirt. The other is in the name of Jane Kelly of 6 Dorset Street and dated September 28th. 2 shillings for a pair of men's boots. Both addresses are false. Printed handbill. Portion of a pair of spectacles. 1 red mitten. Oh my God.
I have read and reread them. But give me something to do then. A task where I can get stuck in, because...
Interesting.
Find me a slaughterhouse that will give us exclusive use of its block for now.
Oh, okay.
And find me, in your opinion, which common animal shares the most characteristics with humans
unfortunately.
from a physiological point of view?
Pig?
Yep.
I don't even know why I asked
Yep.
that question. Pray, find a dozen fresh
A
pig's
dozen?
heads, Watson. Not big heads. I prefer small ones.
Okay, sure.
Sows?
That's it, Watson.
Okay,
As soon as
great.
you have
Roughly
done that,
human-sized
let me
pig
know.
heads. I
request
think I know
that
where
you
this is
search in
going.
Whitechapel. Who knows? Perhaps you will learn something about where Dr. Tumblety may be hiding. There is also no shortage of slaughterhouses and pigs' heads in those parts.
Okay. Ugh. I'm sure not. I'm still unsure if Tumblety is going to be a red herring in all this. He's a name I don't recognize from the Jack the Ripper stories or interpretations of them before. So maybe he is their stand-in Jack the Ripper. So let's go to the map. And map of London. Is there a slaughterhouse or something around here? A Whitedale Road. Hanbury Street, Barnes bookstore. Anything? Dialogues. What did he say? Search. Let me search in Whitechapel. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. We're going to Whitechapel then. Let's just go. Lucy's Lodgings, right in the middle of the street.